All right, as promised, bringing you that content while we're at break week. Afa, you can't call me a liar. You know, Jonkins always come in with that truth. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're gonna be talking about potential strength of unknown characters. They may or may not be confirmed in the manga. You know, we might just be making shit up. That's definitely a possibility. But yeah, I thought this would be interesting because we all know Kingdom is throughout the story, it's been bringing up characters out of nowhere that aren't necessarily assholes, and it doesn't make sense that they're there, but they also haven't been foreshadowed or built up. They just kind of show up abruptly, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess these guys exist. That's happened throughout the story, and we know it's going to keep happening, so I thought it'd be interesting to talk about, some of the higher up characters, and just our expectations for them. It also kind of ties into how strong we think states are going to be when we face them. So, yeah, I'm here with Twale, and let's get this shit started, man. So, number one. See, y'all thought Rozo was a problem. Y'all ain't ready for Super Rozo from fucking Yan, bro. I'm telling you, Super Rozo, he's gonna be a fucking problem, bro. I'm telling y'all. I don't know who he's gonna fight,
I
but Super Rozo, he's that guy.
I don't know why I have to disagree, but I just do because because any mountain nigga, any mountain dude from Yan got bodied by Ordo, right?
I don't. Well, there's a lot of area that's not necessarily in China, but you can venture out and try to conquer that area. I think it's kind of like with Zhao, where they killed a lot of them, but there's just so much space, so many people that there's no way you conquered all of them, right?
I mean, I feel like every time Ordo takes an L, he goes back to the mountains to just get his frustrations out. Because like every time, like even when like the last time we saw Yan and the king was talking, what did he say? He was like, "Yo, Ordo should have been done conquering the hordes by now." So it's like it just seems like them niggas is always. Oh my god, why do I keep missing? It just seems like Ordo is just like bodying
Every
the
time
Han
Ordo gets
niggas.
body,
Like
he bullies the weak to make himself feel better. It sounds
yeah,
about right.
but it seems like those mountain niggas are the weak in this case. Like they just can't hang with Ordo. So
I feel you. That's definitely a possibility. I just think that
I just
there's someone out there that's kind of far away from Yan. Like it's not right at the border, and he has a lot of territory. And Ordo is just he hasn't conquered enough tribes for it to make sense for him to challenge him yet. And
you want
once
to hear
we
something
get,
funny?
go ahead.
I don't think it's another mountain tribe. I think it's another just like another Yan general, great general that we've just not heard about.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a bit. But I think once we get to that point in the story where we're at Jan's doorstep, they're gonna be like, "Shit, we are so fucked that we need this guy." We've been trying to like slowly build up. Ordo takes out more and more people until we can actually challenge him. But now we're just gonna have to like have a truce or something because shit, we need his help. Kin are at our fucking neck. That's kind of how I see it going. What do you think about that?
Highly doubt it. Again, for
Highly
everything that's
doubt
been
it.
built up. Like seriously, for everything that's been built up, it would make no sense for Ordo, the dude that's been I've conquered the mountains, I've lived in the mountains. Every time we hear about Ordo, he's out in the mountains. So there's now this one mountain dude that's just OD popping. Like for whatever reason, he's just the best mountain. I mean, the best mountain dude ever, and he's in Yan.
Yeah. Well, not
Doubt it.
not at Yan, but pretty far up north. So
I was about to say the next big mountain tribes that we should get trouble from which should be Zongnu
the ones that's out,
and
right?
the ones that are above China, like the Mongolians. They're above Quinn, they're above Zhao, they're above everybody. Just Zhao deals with them the most.
Oh, hey, depending on how far north the guy could be, he's pretty much Zhang Yu. I mean, that's kind of the same thing as what you're talking about, except just more to the east, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess if he's that far, that's what I'm saying. But he's so far up north that he like, like come on now, he's so far up north that they're just gonna randomly get this dude
Yeah,
for what?
I don't know how the politics are gonna
How like
work, but Super
yeah,
Rozo's coming through to unleash his wrath. That's all I'm saying.
that's what yeah. Like I said, it would. narratively and just for like the state itself. You know what I'm saying? Like we're talking about how well the state is. It would just make more sense if what you call it if this dude was. It would just make more sense if this dude if this like the next dude we see from Xi'an that's worth a damn is from Yan,
So
not the mountain tribes, like another Gekishin, but he's actually legit this time.
so let me ask you this, because I know we had some ideas of, Yan, they might not be the most powerful when it comes to their generals, but they have the natural terrain with those mountains to where it's more so just the circumstances with the terrain that makes taking Yan difficult. I know we've had like
Right.
ideas that are kind of like that, but I still think that's probably not enough in itself because of how hard Hara likes to make things for Kin. So the way I see it is, do you just think Gekishin isn't the best, or someone surpassed them, or what? Because that's not the case, and we're led to believe that, okay, Gekishin was the best, and there's no one better than him. So we're just gonna face a whole state full of generals that no one's better than Gekishin.
I mean, no one being better than Gekishin, and like how do I put this? It's like Gekishin was a beast for that era, but he's not on our eras. Like you know what I'm saying, Conky would fuck him up. Ocean would fuck him up. Like not in a fight, but like strategically, I think so. And I feel like Shin and them would fuck him up in a fight. So it's like being better than Gekishin is not even all that great.
Well, it's not the
So
being better than Gekishin isn't like a very specific level. You can be better than Gekishin and be way better. I'm just saying the fact that it seems that no one's better than him, that does place a cap, right?
I mean, remember how? But they could have been somebody young. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Shin and them are young as fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you. Do you think that's the case?
Yeah, I do. I do think
Mm.
they could be a general like younger than Ordo, but better than Ordo, and he's like Jan's last hope. Like that dude from Han, who when they did the revival thing and they was going around, and that one dude from Han, he looks to seem like he's pretty cold. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like maybe he can do some. Get busy. So it's like I like again. I don't want it to be, although we know it happens like that to where it's just like, yo, these random generals just come out of nowhere. But I'd rather it come from the actual state than just be, oh, we got a mountain tribe too. That takes away, you know what I'm saying, like the because like yeah, that takes away like the uniqueness and like the specialness of Utawa in some way because they were hiding the fact that they were using mountain tribes as allies because it was such a rare thing. Now every state is just pulling up with a mountain tribe.
Well, to be fair, Yan is the state that's the most accustomed to working together with the mountain tribe. So if it's any state that's going to be like that, it is Yan.
Is Jan most accustomed or is it Ordo? Because again, that's all we hear from Ordo. There could be other Jan people that don't use mountain tribes that just have Jan soldiers. You know what I'm saying?
Well, even Gekishin had some mountain tribes too, right?
He he had he had the black cats and the black like the Panthers or some shit like that. But he had one unit. The rest of them were regular like them, and they were Kwang Wong too. But the rest of them were Jan soldiers. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone was the mountain tribe.
Yeah, I know that, but the fact that it seems to be a common theme amongst Yan generals, at least so far, and the fact that Yan geographically it's in a place where it makes sense to work with mountain tribes,
No, I
it just
get
makes
that.
sense to me.
But like, I would much rather Ordo get like a poppin' lieutenant that came from the mountain tribes as opposed to Yon getting a whole great general that no one's ever heard about on the level of Raboku just to make it challenging. It's like, nah, that shit, that like, I, how do you say, like, I guess, but it's like, no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get,
Well,
like,
I ain't saying you're gonna be Riboku level or anything, but he's gonna be better than Rozo. That's all I know. He's gonna be super
but that's
Rozo.
the thing though, like, but by the time we get to Yon, like I feel like it's gonna be another one of those. we didn't have a lot of intel on them, so it'll be a surprise about this, that, and the third because they were on the other side of the state. You know what I'm saying? Other side of the country from us, type shit. But it depends on who fights. You know what I'm saying? Because if at this point Shin or like Uhon or Moten, if they're like competent enough and big enough generals to lead a campaign, you know what I'm saying? Then it could be like different trials and tribulations that can make it to where the arc could be interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not Osen running the show, but it's like it's Uhon running the show, it's Moten running the show. You feel me? So it's like you know what I'm saying. Your drama can come from that, but as like some random top tier, like like nah, I would hate that. Even though I know Horror's gonna do it again somewhere, it would make more sense for that to come from Chu. You know what I'm saying? To where like niggas have no idea about the mountain south of Chu that the Byakuya kid was talking about when he was hyping up what is his name, Rin Boom, whatever, when he was hyping up his general that Toe killed. You know what I'm saying? He was like, if you got the Zongnu to the north, then we got the whatever to the south. That would make more sense as to some random ass mountain nigga mad strong coming out the way. But Yan, like I feel like Yan should be one of those states where they have an inbred general.
So if there is a Super Rozo, who do you see him fighting? Because
If there is a suit,
that
like
might be Otama's W because she never did get to fight Rozo.
oh, so you expect? I mean, I guess she kind of is just a Quinn 6 now. She's just fighting for niggas forever. Like that shit doesn't make any sense to me either. But I get okay, fine. So Tangwa fights the Super Rozo and she bodies him.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't have to be Otama. It could be literally anyone.
Like I was, because I honestly think by the time we like I'm not sure how old they are now with how many time jumps there's been. They should be like Shin and them should be around like fucking like I want to say 30 now. Like they should be like 28, 30, like 20, like yeah, like 28 to 30 right now. So I feel like they should start leading some of these campaigns soon. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been doing amazing shit their whole career, and it might come as a shock to like have Moten or Shin or Uhon lead like 50K to like 80K and lead their own campaign. But I feel like that should be coming soon.
Yeah, that makes sense for something like a Han or a Yan. You know,
Right,
I expect that.
right. Just so like we can see some of these other states' top tiers without them being like super top tier. Because I swear, if Han pull out a nigga on Osen or Konki or Yotawa's level, I'm gonna be like, how? Where was this motherfucker? Because that Sekai dude y'all saying he was trash. He had poison, but he was trash. Like you know what I'm saying? So it's like where y'all getting these people from? Especially when y'all been getting fucked up by Wei, well I guess Wei's been getting fucked up by Chu. So yeah, it all evens out, I guess. But Han has been deemed the weakest state by everybody, so they should not have anyone on like Quinn 6 level. Like that shit wouldn't make no sense.
I think they can have like one person, a singular person that's near it. I think that's acceptable.
How close? Like if you had to give it percentage wise.
Like if Aiko's like 90%, he'll be 90% too.
You think Han has an Aiko level character? Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, bro, because
Bruh.
like pretty much every state except for Yan has a 6 GG level person. Like even Wage trash ass has Gohome. And Gaimo and Renbi Haku.
I was
Probably
about to
more.
say, well, I was about to say I wouldn't count Renbi Haku, but Gaimo. Um, yeah, I guess so. I guess they could have one,
Just one.
and he's still pretty trash.
He would still get bodied by like Shin or something.
I feel like I'm gonna keep saying it, and I know people disagree with me because he's the strategist, but I feel like Moten needs a body, an actual like in game, that's in game, an actual in story. My blade through somebody's neck, death. Like he needs a kill.
Hey, Fute will make a worthy body bag.
Ooh, yeah, I do think that would make a great fight. I truly do.
Yeah, we've been wanting to see it for a while. I wanted to see it in Western Zao, and it did happen just off screen. So they need that round too.
Well, nah, Fute fought Uhon, didn't he?
No, he fought Moten while Osen was escaping. Moten was buying them a little bit of time.
Oh wow, that man's trash. Allowed that nigga to switch opponents on him. Like that's so trash. But
But
yeah, who you got next on your list for potential?
so, do you want to just talk about Shiba Show? Because he hasn't really done anything yet, and we still have grounds for speculation. So, how strong do you think he
Yeah,
is?
honestly, I think Sheba Show's in the gap. Like he's in the gap with Conky. You know what I'm saying? Where they're better than the rest of these niggas, but they're not on like Osen and Raboku level. But I feel like he's more of a fighter. Like I feel like Sheba Show out of the four of them will be the one to like actually get down there with his niggas and get busy.
Yeah, I agree.
Whereas like
And
Raboku and Osen they gonna chill at HQ. Conky, I mean Conky will pull up if he feel like he got it in the bag. But I feel like Sheba Show was the type that will pull up from jump. You know what I'm saying? With his army, with his crew, and just do damage.
yeah, well, here's the thing. I don't think anyone's on Osen or Riboku's level. And he said he was like undoubtedly on Zhao 3 grade heaven level. So that says to me that it's not like, oh, he barely made it. It's like, oh yeah, for sure, like no doubt about it. You know, he's like he might be one of the better ones. You know, and
That
given that story progression is a thing, he's probably gonna
mhm.
be pretty fucking strong. I assume he's gonna be one of the better 3 grade heavens. And
I
just
was just about to ask you because we've only seen what three? Because like I'm not counting Hoken, so it's like Renpa, Shiba Show, and Raboku. Where would you put him? Like if all of them were still alive in their prime, would Shiba Show still make your three for Zal?
yeah, I think he's the third.
He's the third.
Maybe Rinshojo's better, but you know, probably top 3.
Okay, okay. So you think he's better than Shoujo, but not better than Renpa? Okay, okay. We got to see more of his vassals, honestly, because a lot of Renpa strength came from Rinko and Genpo, like them being able to handle battlefields on their own. So we got to see more of his men. But him alone being as high as like Renpa and SSJ, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all.
So like
I think he,
give some imaginary stats for strength, intel and leadership.
ooh, I would say like 90. Okay, leadership, I would say is like a 93. Because of what you brought up last chapter with his men, like putting their like they're willing to die for Zal, whatever they're willing to put their lives on the line for Zal, but him not wanting to, I want to say his leadership is a little lower. So I want to say like leadership like a 93, strength like a 95, intelligence like a 95, 96.
Really? See, I guess I have a lot of faith in him because I think strength is a 98. I think leadership is a
Oh wow.
98, and I think intelligence is a 96 or 97. So yeah, pretty fucking high, pretty comparable to Rempa in this
Yeah.
case.
Oh yeah.
I think
Because I was thinking, like, doesn't Roboku's intelligence is what, a 99 or 100?
it's 100.
It's 100. And what's Ocean's intelligence? A 98?
It's 99.
Nah. So yeah, I don't see him. And Conky's is a 96, right?
Yeah. Though I don't think 96 is accurate for him. I'd probably place Conky like 97, 98.
I ain't gonna hold you. I think Sheba Show intelligent. Okay, yeah, nah, I think 95 is a good because we haven't seen anything from him. I think 95 for strength and intelligence, just off the hype of Roboku, not promoting him, but nominating him for Great Heaven. On top of the fact that you know what I'm saying, he was able to stop Ordo's what was it, 20K with just his 5K. So off those two feats alone, I want to put his like I said, I want to put his intelligence and his strength at a 95. The 92 for leadership can definitely go up, but like I said, I don't know with his men willing to die for Zal, but him not wanting to die for Zal, I don't. I need more of that. I need slightly more of that fleshed out.
See, I
It
think
might have been them just like talking because like you know what I'm saying they trying to keep up airs in front of this you know what I'm saying in front of this new lord or whatever. But
I don't think they give a fuck about that. But I was about to say I think that's a boost to his leadership. If anything, it speaks volumes because these guys are really passionate about saving their state. Yet despite that, they're willing to stay by Shibasho's side and not do anything until Shibasho gives them the call. Which at that point, before all this happened, it was pretty likely to them that Shibasho was never gonna fight for Zhao. So they were content with never helping Zhao no matter what. And now, like obviously now that Shibasho's okay with it, they're gonna do what they have to do. But the fact that they're that passionate, yet they have so much loyalty to Shibasho, they're like, whatever he's going with, that's what I'm gonna do. Like, to me, that speaks volumes.
true. I mean that is true.
And for strength, I mean, who do you see him fighting then if he's just a 95?
Well, that's the thing. I don't see him like I see him like showing his strength against like the Potter. You know how like they usually do, and then like his ultimate fight. I honestly see him fighting like I want to say Uhon.
Yeah, I've kind of been leaning towards Ohan too. See, there's a lot of fights he can have. He can fight Shin. He can fight Ohan. He can fight Kyokai. He can fight Yotanwa. I think
Uh,
I think it's possible that
okay.
he fights
You
Eiko and
said
kills him. I think that's
you said
possible.
his ultimate fight. Because I'm thinking about it, and it's like this is his introductory, so it's not like he's gonna die now. So he's bound to fight Osen, nah, I was gonna say Roboku, Osen, Kanki, like one of them. He's bound to fight somebody from this group because like I do see I don't just see his men being in this war. I do see like being in this war too. So you asking who is he gonna fight first or who is he gonna fight last?
Well, if there's any noteworthy fights, like I said, I think it's possible he fights and kills Eiko. So something that big, like you can mention that,
Ooh.
but mainly just his last fight, because that's the one that's the most telling of how strong he is.
I feel like his last fight will be a combination of the monster trio, where like he'll just get like him and his men will get overwhelmed by like Molten will be like the overall commander and his strategy will lead the day, but like Shin and Uhon will be like attacking pieces that will like actually execute the plan type shit.
So who does he duel?
For the hype, we finally see that Shin and Uhon tag team and he like holds his own.
So he pulls an Eiko.
Yeah.
So he kills
Versus
Eiko,
Shin.
then he pulls an Eiko and dies.
Well see I don't see him killing Eiko, but
Nah, that's just me joking.
yeah, but I can see him fighting Shin and Uhon, you know what I'm saying, and putting up a beastly fight.
And you think a 95 can do that? I guess since
Again,
Shin won't be pushed to the limit, that's not Shin at his best.
I'm calling it a 95 for now. I'm like again, this is just a speculative thing. I don't know where like again, given the hype that's been placed on him so far, that's why I'm giving him a 95. But if we're just talking about projected fights, I can see for the hype that happening. Because I
So
don't think like put it like this, right? I don't think if Renpa in his prime, if Shin and Uhon right now were to pull up on Renpa in his prime, that they would just body him.
really?
No, I don't. And Renpa in his prime, no.
So what difficulty then?
Oh, it's a high diff.
Nah, that don't make.
He loses, but it's a high diff. Like I don't think that they would just body Renpa.
It's kind of hard to quantify because if Shin's in a 2v1, he's not going to be able to utilize his full potential because they're going to be the ones that have the upper hand pretty much the entire time. So it's hard to quantify in that sense, but I'm still thinking mid diff. Maybe upper mid diff, but you know, he's going to be overwhelmed, kind of like the Eiko thing.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
I'll put it like this. For all the matchups, if he fights Yotanwa, he's a a 95 or a 96. If he fights Kyokai, he's a 96 or a 97. If he fights Ohan, he's probably a 97 or a 98. And if he fights Shin, 98 or a 99. Does that make sense?
Yeah. If this is a 1v1 type of thing and they just getting busy, yeah. Again, I'm basing this all off of not actually seeing. The only thing we have to go off is the Ordo stuff.
Yeah. Do you think
Like I'm saying, this can all be subject to change given like a chapter or two, and you saying what he can do. So,
Nah, I feel you. Do you think he fights Aiko? And I'm not saying Aiko has to die, but I think that's a good hype tool for him to fight Aiko. Like they could fight for a bit. Shibasho can have the upper hand, then whatever causes them to stop the fight.
all right, you ready? If somebody needs to die, I could see him fighting Solo and Siryu and killing Siryu.
See,
Like as just a pure bro. You're not gonna kill Akko as just a hype tool. Like nah. We're not doing that. But I can see him fighting the two of them because like we've seen how strong the two of them are together. So I can see him fighting the two of them. You know what I'm saying? 2v1 and killing her. And then Solo gets away somehow. And that, you know what I'm saying? That could like that would be his hype. And then he'll have like a high div fight with somebody else. Maybe Akko,
it
maybe
depends on how
Kuon.
strong Solo is. Because if Solo is near Shiryu's level, I can see the two of them giving like a high diff fight or something. So then he would be around that level. But I genuinely agree that Aiko's not really a character that you use as a hype tool just to do that. But I think Shibasho is that special of a character where it makes sense for him.
Bro, he's already gonna have the how you say the element of surprise because nobody knows about him. Well, they might know about him because they mentioned that Raboku was with him. Gahome and them was like that's the dude that stopped Ordo and the Horde, but still, they don't know like you know what I'm saying his full capabilities just off that one battle. You know what I'm saying? They might put some respect on his name, but like he has like that element of surprise. So it's like when you actually fight him on the battlefield, you don't know what he's capable of, you don't know what he can do, and I feel like that will be that combined with like I said, him bodying Solo and Siryu, that will be enough. I don't like he's not no Akko's not fighting him.
I mean, I can understand not wanting Aiko to die, but I think Aiko fighting him and then them having a somewhat even fight, but Shibasho has the upper hand, and then it gets interrupted or something happens. I think that's fine. You know, it's a good way to hype him up.
True. I mean, okay, yeah. If him and Aiko fight, but it gets interrupted, then fair enough. But if you're talking about like him killing somebody to like I said to like get like boost his hype or whatever, then it would be Saul or Siryu. Maybe even both of them.
Fair enough. Just overall, just to put a close on Shibasho, the way I see Shibasho is I think he's kind of like Rempa, except he's a bit stronger and he doesn't have instincts or something like that. Like he has some edge on Rempa. I think he's a bit stronger, but Rempa also has something on him. Maybe Rempa's a bit smarter and he does have instincts, or maybe he just doesn't have instincts. Something
You think
along
he
those
could
lines.
be? You think he could be like? Well, no, because Raboku said Kesha was the best instinctual he's ever met. You think he could be like another type of hybrid?
It's possible, yeah. But I think if he is another type of hybrid, he isn't as good at it as Rempa. I think Rempa,
Okay.
well, not counting Riboku in his origins, Rempa, since he's so special with that hybrid shit, he's kind of like the pinnacle of that.
All right, yeah. Just gotta see more from him, nigga. But
Yeah,
Sheepa Show is a character that I'm like. I won't say he's one of my new favorites, but like he's creeping up there. Like
I'm
SSJ
waiting
is
for the
still up
chapter to
there.
make him my favorite, or one of my favorites.
SSJ is still up there. Akko's still up there. Yeah.
Shibasho is gonna be that guy, man. The fact that
Oh no, I have no doubt.
he's
I
being
have no
put
doubt he's
into
gonna
the
be
story
strong.
this late, basically guaranteed to be that guy.
I ain't gonna hold you. When Raboku hype you up, it has a different like air to it. You know what I'm saying? Like when we're like, that's why I feel like the Kesha thing. Like people want to sleep on Kesha now because he died, but I feel like Kesha was still one of the stronger people in Zao.
Yeah. He just went out really, really badly. But other than that, he was solid. So yeah, let's move on to the Key top tiers. So we know Key has a couple of beasts. They were mentioned kind of at the end of the coalition. How strong do you think
Yeah,
these guys are? Because this mostly depends on how you see Key's role in the story. But whatever its role is, I doubt they're just never gonna fight. We're probably gonna see them in some way, and they're probably gonna be monsters.
I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, I do think in some way, some shape, some fashion, I feel like they're gonna like break their unwritten agreement. Say in the Key King to where they we will go to war with Key at least once.
Mm.
Why I believe that is only because I feel like we just gotta fight them. Like I feel like they're you know what I'm saying. I feel like they're one of the states where it's like horror is setting it up to where like they're gonna be friendly, but then at the end we're gonna have to fight them. And I feel like those two generals that was mentioned at the end of the coalition will be beast enough to where like it makes sense to why he felt they could stop the coalition. You know what I'm saying? Because like
Yeah, that was a
he
lot of
wasn't
hype.
shook. He was just like, yo, all right, if they make it past these two cities, call these two niggas and have them deal with it. We good. And given that hype, I feel like we have to see it. We have to see it. And who they would fight at that point, I have no idea. But I do feel like they're gonna be comparable to whoever they fight. They're gonna be beasts.
I was gonna
But then
say
again, by that time, they might have newer generals because I feel like that'll be like a couple years from now. But
I
yeah,
was
no, I feel like they're gonna be monsters.
no, yeah, for sure. But I was gonna say that this this moment with Conky where he killed 100,000, that was a good
Mm-hmm.
opportunity to have Key be like, oh no, you fucked over the agreement. You know, you're going about unification the wrong way. Fuck you. You know, and the fact
Yeah,
that that didn't happen, I thought that was a missed opportunity. But at the same time, it could also be that the Key King has made up his mind, but he's like, I'm not just gonna tell y'all, give y'all warning. You know, I'm just gonna sneak attack y'all.
What's up, yo?
So
mm,
we're
for
talking
sure.
about we're talking about Key right now. Key top tiers that might show up how strong they are.
Ooh, for sure.
Yeah, what do you think about what I said, Twaller?
Um, uh, ooh, it being like a surprise thing, like a sneak attack. Like I said before, I agree that Conky killing the 100K would be a good reason. Like that's a good especially since Issei didn't publicly do anything to like admonish Conky, or like he didn't do anything to like punish him. It's like I don't know, like that, like, but him being like, I don't know, he's a snake. He always has that snake shit.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. That would be a good foreshadowing of what's to come. I'm not gonna lie, but then at the same time, it'd be like, damn, like he was like, I don't know. I don't want to have problems with the Key King, but then again, I want to see his generals fight. So it's like
I also
I
just
felt
want to see more of the Key
something
King.
else has to happen.
I want to see more of the Key King. So if that's what it takes to get more of him, just fighting Key, then I'm all for it. I'd rather more Key King screen time than less.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Like, Key, are we going to fight them? Are they part of us already, or like I want to see their generals already? High key.
Yeah, because they don't necessarily have to fight King for us to see their generals. They could help us.
Yeah,
Even though
that's what I
he
thought
kind
would
of said
happen.
he wasn't going to help, but situations can arise where he decides to help. And he already helped in a way with those food supplies.
Oh, yeah, in a big way.
Yeah.
it's weird because it's like, would he like again? Like my interpretation of that was that like he would still conduct business with Ken. So like on the surface level, you know what I'm saying? There's still like a reason, like he got paid. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like help. It
Man.
was a business transaction. But I don't ever see him putting like boots to the ground, like soldiers to actually help us take territory and land. But then again, if more atrocities keep happening, I don't know if he would raise a coalition.
Also,
Because I,
Kin can like kind of maybe not trick them, but in a way manipulate them into helping to where like True or another state's like, all right, either attack Kin with us or don't. Like either you're against Kin or you're against us. And then Ki's like, well, we're not against Kin, and so they're like, all right, fuck you, we're attacking you then. And Kin's like, well, we kind of predicted this would happen, and this is a good way to make the enemy utilize some of their troops.
right.
Yeah, hopefully they combine at some point, Key and Kin. That would make sense. In my
I mean,
opinion.
they on two sides of the fucking continent of the country.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, just
Like
hopefully they fight together. Also, if they do fight Kin, I would like to see one of the top tiers be a spearsman, because I don't like that Ohan beat the strongest spearsman that early into the story, and I feel like a lot of people have been predicting that another strong spearsman that was stronger than Oshi, he's gonna pop up, and if that is the case, I think Key is one of the best candidates for that, or maybe Super Rozo's a spearsman. You know, you never know.
Super Rozo?
Yeah, you're gonna have to go back and listen to the discussion. We were talking about Super Rozo.
Who the fuck is Super Rozo?
Yo, don't worry about it. When you find out, you're gonna find out.
I'm saying that's why you got to watch the stream. But okay. Here's the thing. I want to see more of the 10 bows, and we know that one of them is supposed to be in Zhao, and one of them is supposed to be in Yan. I'm hoping that, you know what I'm saying, we got one in Zhao, one in Yan. We know there's one in Chu. Shit, we got two of them in our group. We got two of them in our army, but they just haven't been recognized yet. So it's like I'm hoping that the rest of the 10 bows is in Key, Yan, maybe Han. Maybe Han has a 10 bow, and that's why that's why they protected. I don't know.
Man, Han better have some hitters on him.
As that one guy, he's equal level. Also, what I was gonna say is that the Gyeon foreshadowing where he's like, "Oh, you need to make sure if you're gonna go through with something, really go through with it." That's another instance where that could be the reason Key needs to go against Kin. Maybe this Conky moment, it's like almost past the tipping point, but like not really. They're like, all right, we're still gonna just sit back and observe their movements, and then they're like, oh, they did the Conky thing and they did this. Like whatever happens.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's too much. Yeah. I mean, I don't. I feel like whatever the atrocity, I feel like it's funny because I feel like whatever the atrocity that would make the Key King turn on us, it would be that one. Yeah, it would be justified.
It would have been that one.
Nah, I feel like something else will happen. Like if Conky burn a whole, and I'm just using Conky because he's the one most likely to do it. But if Conky burns a whole city with the civilians and still inside type shit, like we can't take the city, so we just gonna oven bake these niggas. I think that, and if he wasn't punished for it, I think that would cause the Key King to withdraw his support. Like that I think
I feel like it would have to be a really big city because I feel like civilians getting murdered is a normal thing in cities. I feel like that happens way too often. Like a normal city and the civilians just getting slaughtered.
Does it happen that often?
I feel like in the beginning it happened way more. It was like,
yeah, but I mean that's because in the beginning Shin was a little unit attached to a bigger army, and you know what I'm saying, we saw how like the rest of the people, you know what I'm saying, we saw how other units and other armies got down. But since Shin and them gotten bigger, like we don't, and they don't do this type of shit. We just don't see it.
especially around the Haitian unit, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that comes down more to individual units that have a certain degree of power, so people don't really want to step to them, and then they just do whatever they want to do.
Because I feel like
Yeah.
the only person that really like of the top tiers, the only person that really like emphasizes the raping and pillaging is Conky. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Uhone's men do it. I don't think Moten does it. I don't think like I don't know. Maybe Yotan was Mountain Child. Like some of the more savage niggas, they do it.
I think the Monsters do it, but not the majority.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see like the top tier. Like Toe, that shit is beneath him. Like, so that's why. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Here's the
That's why
thing,
we don't
because
really see it.
when Shin was going up against that person that was doing the fucked up shit, he was in Mogu's army, and it's not like Mogu himself is like so fucked
Yeah,
up
that's what I'm
that you would
saying.
expect that, but that's what I'm saying. It just comes down to certain units where they have a certain amount of power. They're not necessarily like super close with Mogu, but they're part of his army, and you know they're willing to do that shit.
I feel like for that instance, it was like not that guy was super talented, but it's like Mogul was more lenient. You know what I'm saying? He was willing to put up with certain shit so long as you got the job done on the battlefield.
Well, he
You
put
know
up
what
with
I'm saying?
Conky, so I don't think he minded that much.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And Conky was doing crazy shit. But yeah, I feel like Mogul is that like is an exception in that instance. To where like he himself is not like a bad guy, but like he'll allow bad shit to be done under his name. But I feel like for the rest of them, like I feel like if like some random 10,000 commander from Osen, if he was to just go raping and pillaging in the city that they call, like, you know what I'm saying, like, that nigga would be bodied. Like, I don't think Osen, you know what I'm saying, just, like, lets his niggas do that type of shit.
Fair enough.
And I,
Yeah, I
you know
agree
what
with
I'm
you.
saying? And I think Toe and them are, like, veterans, so, like, it's, like I said, that shit is beneath them. Like, Shin and them, like, that shit is just, like, a moral thing for them. We haven't really seen Uhon and, like, Moten. Like they care, but they don't care enough to stop another person from doing it. But I'm pretty sure like they have rules in their own army and shit. So it's like other than Kagi, they get like they it's just not them.
Yeah, and again, a lot of these armies, like even Oki's personal army, wasn't like 50K or anything. It was like 20K or something along those lines. So it could just be
Yeah.
soldiers that aren't part of the personal army, but they get put into the army for a certain war that they're the people that do it.
Yeah, like side fodder that just get thrown in.
Yeah, and En's reaction to that was like, "Oh, this is against the declarations of war or whatever."
Forgot about that.
War crimes get broken all the time, as long as you don't report them.
But yeah, so back to the spearsman thing. Do you guys think that's the best situation for Ohan to go against a better spearsman if they go against Key, and if not, what do you think is a better one? Like someone like pops up in Chu or something?
Honestly, but it wasn't until you like brought up that Earl She was considered the number one. Like I forgot they even rank spearsmen, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it could be some shit like where like the number two or like the recognized number two, he like he wants to fight Uhong for the title. He wants to fight Uhong for the right to claim number one.
Yeah, I think it's weird that I feel like Wuhan is already a number one. You get me?
Nah, I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. Everybody he fights is always commenting like how crazy good he is with his like nigga veterans of war. Like, but this nigga Banaji, I've been fighting up in Gaimo, fighting the Zong Nu. They're ruthless. They're wreck. I've never fought a spearman like you though. It's like okay,
Yeah, dude. I just hope there's like another hidden like fucking Earl She somewhere where Wuhan's gonna have like a good matchup somewhere.
Do you think
you know what I
that'd be
really
Key
want?
though?
Nah,
Hopefully,
I want it to be Chu. I want
Chu.
Chu to have a Byakuya sword dude, but with a spear, and
That would
that
be
be
lit.
Uhon. That you say like he's
Fucking crazy spear.
yeah, like he's really good, and he has like a legendary spear to fight Uhon with.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
it's possible.
I still think Shin's sword is the counterpart to the Byakuya nigga sword, but we just don't know it yet.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely is. He would block the rampant attack way before, and he was like, "What's with that sword?"
Right.
Yeah, it better
That
be
and
shit.
Shin is just a beast. But I'm expecting Chu to have a bunch of like if Zhao was pulling niggas out the ass left and right, I'm expecting fucking Chu to just have a million niggas.
Fucking great general every goddamn city.
I'm expecting. All right, so they have Karin. They may or may not have Rempa. I'm expecting at least 4 other GG people, if not more.
I mean,
Because
they got Karin, they got Manu, they got
Oh my.
Sentoon,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like just think about it. If Manu, Sentoon, and Ginyu go under Karin and like they start training under her, my nigga,
That's
imagine
tough.
how much better. Like just imagine how much better she
Manu's
would
army
be, and
was
how much
already dummy
better,
powerful.
right? And how much better she would be. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the Koyoku. You got the is his name Koyoku? The Byakuya sword nigga?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or is that the art? Okay, yeah. So you got him, and then you got the Archer kid, who's already counted as the third bow of China. You know what I'm saying? He possibly could be. You know what I'm saying? He could raise his rank
What's
to
his
like
name?
number 2 or whatever.
Something like that.
His name
I
was
can't remember
Hakure.
though.
Hakure.
Yeah, Hakure. There you
Right,
go.
okay. So it's like boom, you got those two coming up. You know what I'm saying? They're already generals. You got, like I said, you got Manu and all of them. Then you got her brother, and then you got her hidden. Like you know what I'm saying, somebody got to be leading those 300,000 that she had
Cohen.
hidden in the south. Oh, I don't think. Well, yeah, Cohen is another one, but I don't think he's under Karin. I was just
Nah,
speaking about the people potentially under Karin, but like, yeah, Cohen's another one. Like,
dude, I feel like Cohen might be like a Shiba Show type character. I feel like.
oh, now Cohen got to be like a Renpa on crack. The way they've been talking about this nigga, that nigga got to be Renpa because he's old as fuck. Well, he should be old as fuck. But
Probably.
See, I don't know if
yeah,
he's better
'cause-
than Rempa. I don't think he is, to be honest. I think he's close though.
no, I'm saying
Yeah.
a Renpa type of character. Like, I don't think he like Sheepa Show's too young. You know what I'm saying? Like he was fucking Conmei's general when Conmei was, you know what I'm saying, first became a general. And that was how long ago? You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? So that nigga gotta be older.
Yeah.
Fact.
The way I see him is, I don't think he's as strong as Rempa. I think he's probably close, but I don't think he's strong enough to where Conmei would feel threatened by him. Like, oh, maybe someone's actually stronger than me. But Cohen's really strong. He's gonna be pretty fucking strong, obviously. But I think,
I mean, wasn't Conmei kind of a fraud anyway? Because him and Manu never actually fought.
yeah, but he also never met Manu, so he had no reason to think anyone was as strong as him.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they did give him the moniker Tiger of Chu to Cohen, so he better be up there.
the things Conmei's achieved, and with just how strong he is in general, I still think he's stronger than Manu. So it makes sense for him to be like, yeah, no one's fucking with me. Like, he's not just gonna assume. Like, he might have like info about Manu. He's like, oh yeah, that guy, he's defending his city, impressive. But there's no reason for him to assume that that guy's as strong as him. You know, with everything that Conmei did throughout his career and just how strong he ended up being. Nah.
Yeah, I think Kame could have beat him. Yeah.
I think Manu's stronger, personally.
No, I feel like Mobile's gonna beat Manu at some point. So
Manu fought a stronger Mobile and knocked him off his horse. Kame never knocked a weaker Mobile off his horse.
Well, he's not even that much weaker, and he sent him flying.
I mean, yeah, I mean, saying Manu sent Mobile flying too, but he also knocked him off his horse. Like, that was a key moment in that fight. And not only did he knock him off
send
his
him
horse,
flying like Conmei sent him flying. Conmei sent Mobu and the horse flying like 5 feet.
fuck
I mean,
yeah.
that's cool. But if I knock you off your horse and then allow you to get up, like, he stood there to talk. You know what I'm saying? No. When Manu knocked Mobile off his horse, Mobile was shaking for a second, like, yo, what the fuck? And then Manu, like, he trotted up, and before Mobile's horse came up to get him up, Manu just stood there talking, like, yo, you strong? I heard you were strong, but you know what I'm saying? I'm strong too. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? But he kept on attacking, bro. Like, Mobile was defenseless at that moment.
That when he knocked him down, it was a one-arm swing too.
Well,
Downward.
he was not defenseless. More like he was so in control that he had the luxury to stand there and be like, oh, this nigga knocked me off my horse. Because after, when he got back up, he wasn't shook in the slightest. He's like, okay. I mean, you think that makes
Like I said, he was shook for the moment. Like,
I feel like it caught him off guard.
Yeah, let me say, it definitely caught him off guard. He wasn't expecting that.
You can say it caught him off guard, but there's nothing that implies that he was shook.
Yeah.
I mean, the look in his eyes, like, what the, like, bro, he had a little shook face, man. It's okay. Mobu's one of my favorite characters too.
It's more like a surprise face, I would say, because when he actually got hit, I thought you were talking about when he was on the floor, because there was no emphasis on his face or anything when he was on the floor.
What was it?
But
Shook, surprise, same thing, my nigga. If you surprised when you get hit, you got shook, nigga. Like, what you...
nah, nigga, no. If I get surprised by like the string, like shook is like you're like, oh shit,
Yeah,
like
shook
goddamn.
is like oh fuck. Like damn, I might be in danger. Shook. I think he was chilling.
Because when he got back up after, like his face said everything. Like he
No,
he
like I said, he was shook, surprised, whatever, for that moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? It happened, though. And he got knocked off his horse. Again, me personally, I think Manu is stronger than Conde.
I mean, you could think that, but as of now, Conway has better feats. And I still
Why?
say
Because he fought the Quinn 6 nigga?
no, because he fought Mobu when he actually went all out and did good against them, and sending
You don't
Mobu
think
and
so?
the horse
You don't
flying
think
is more
Mobile?
impressive.
You don't think? Nah, knocking Mobile off his horse to me is more impressive than sending. Everybody gets sent flying in these shits, man.
Hey, no one
You know
sent
what I'm saying? Like,
sent Mobu flying like that except Conway.
Except
I mean, who else is Mobile for except Common?
He fought Manu, and Manu didn't do that.
Manu knocked him off the horse.
Yeah, which isn't as impressive.
I mean, that's opinion. That's opinionated. I think it's more impressive.
I'm not gonna say it's opinionated because when he sent them
Knocking-
flying, Mobu
he was
wasn't
prepared.
Mobu wasn't in any position to like let's say he like hit him from the side. What the entire time that Mobu got sent flying, there was nothing that implied that he could have stopped that. I mean, he was like pretty much defenseless while getting sent like 5 feet back. So it makes no sense
And
to assume
Manu
that
with
if he
one
hits him from the
swing-
side, he's not gonna get sent off the horse.
I mean, and Manu with one hand. I'm just saying. To me, it was more impressive. We can honestly move on.
I feel like the one thing that comes out, it was that one arm or one hand swing that knocked him down. Pretty crazy.
I mean, if you want to move on, it's whatever. But
Yeah.
I had a
We can
video
move
on
on to
it.
the next person.
Yeah, I had a video on it. If y'all want to see the breakdown of it, it's the video. It's there. It's Mobu versus Manu, something like that. It's the title.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw it a long time ago. I probably forgot though.
Yeah, that shit was so long ago, dude. Was it like over a year ago now?
Oh yeah, it must have been.
Yeah. How long was the coach? How long was the Cocho Cocky War? Like in our time?
Mm,
Bro, this
Le-
entire year
le-
was just the Kyokai mini arc and then the Kocho thing.
Okay, so I want to say the JUCO shit happened 2 years ago. Then
have we got any update on that?
I mean, apparently Rimpaw's been busting Wade's ass, waiting for Zal to tell him he can come back.
No, on like the fucking the Manu army and the fucking the Juco army, basically. No update at all in the real world of Kingdom.
Oh no, we have no idea where. Like, all we know is that Karine went to go talk to them, and I'm assuming that she didn't kill them. She just recruited them and started big training or whatever. But like, we haven't gotten an actual update. No.
Yeah.
So, what other ideas do we have about Chu? Is there anyone that's gonna stand out, or just like standard GG level guys, pretty much?
Like I said, aside from Manu and like his rematch with Mobile, I think Karine's brother might be like a surprise to everybody. I think he might actually be really strong.
Karine's brother?
Yeah, the one that fought Moten.
Oh, the spear guy or who?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I remember him.
the spirit guy. And if that's not the brother that she was looking for, then maybe the brother that she was looking for is a beast too, and we just haven't seen him.
He better be huge like her.
Yeah, you'd probably be. I mean, probably runs in the family, you'd assume.
I was just about to say all these motherfuckers.
Bro, I'm actually most excited for Kuyoku versus Shin. That's gonna go hard.
It's gonna be kind of funny seeing someone like Koyoku who just can't stand losing, getting his ass beat. That might be the best part of that fight. But probably gonna be a good fight in terms of choreography because it's one of those big fights for Shin.
You want something really funny though? I feel like I feel like the fight between Jin and the Archer kid, like Hakurai. I feel like that's gonna be a better fight. Them just slinging arrows at each other back and forth.
Oh, I can imagine. They're just going off, hands bleeding.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping Hara goes into his duffel bag when he gets to that point.
Yeah, I would like to see some tactics utilized with it. Maybe not Jin and Hakurei, maybe them getting orders or whatever the case is, but something that makes it more dynamic than just we're shooting arrows at each other. Like, what's the battle going to be? They keep attacking each other's arrows until one person he gets the W.
You know, yeah, just like
hey, fuck it, bro, showdown.
Remember the story? Yeah, let's say remember the story about his father, how him and like the number 6 or somebody, the number 6 bow was just shooting arrows back and forth until his father's arrow pierced the dude in the eye, and that's when he was recognized as a 10 bow. So it's like if one of these motherfuckers they just slinging arrows back and forth at each other, and then one, you know what I'm saying, like you don't even gotta kill Hakurai, but just like hits that nigga in the shoulder from like 200 yards away or some shit. Or this nigga sends a Kamehameha wave that just goes through.
Oh yeah, like, they're gonna be like instantly recognized.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like, but I do feel like that type of battle, like it's needed in Kingdom. Like, why have a system like 10 bows and not
have them go against each other? Yeah,
yeah, not do anything with it.
They're gonna go against each other, but there just should be something more dynamic to the battle.
Oh, I feel like there definitely will. There definitely will be, I feel like.
I don't think the entire thing is going to be them standing on one spot and just shooting arrows over and over again and then it's over. Or technically,
bro, what am I?
That's what they're going to do. They're not going to... They might not move. Like, it might be a unit that, you know, they're on a carriage or something. But I don't think it's just going to be them focusing on each other the entire time. Or maybe a unit tries to stealthily move to a certain place and then try to catch the other person off guard or something. Or maybe they have to focus for a certain moment of the battle on directing troops with the arrows or taking out another key figure to trap the other guy, like something like that.
Yeah, I feel that. No, I feel that too. But
you want it to be like calculated with them.
No, yeah, I feel like strategic arrow warfare, but I just still want arrow warfare. Like just do that for me, Hara.
At some point, it's definitely gonna be okay. It's gonna come down to who's gonna kill who with fucking archery.
I mean, why give us 2 fucking bona fide slingers if we not gonna fucking see them sling, my nigga? Like legit. Why give us 2 archers and then like for half the arc, it'd be like, oh nah, Jin was doing this, but we just don't see the shit. No, crucial them niggas could have been when we was taking that fucking hill in EQ.
Yeah, they should have been shooting them from the top.
Like, yo, clear the top, my nigga. I got you, boss. Pow, 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 pow. Like, nigga, we could have got up there the fast way, easy, no problem.
My boy Kanto had to do the work.
Yeah, they just had to build up drama and shit. Like, real shit. They just had to build up drama, like.
But yeah, with
fucking
that,
archers.
Two more things I will mention. I think Cohen's gonna go up against Osen, so I feel like he's gonna be smart as fuck, and it makes sense because he's like the old wise guy. He's experienced it all, so I think he has a few tricks up his sleeve with his intelligence and his experience to where he can catch Osen off guard. So we'll see how that goes. If he goes up against Osen, obviously he's gonna be a beast. And I think I forgot to mention this during the Yan thing, but it can't just be Kanki who he's the big bad Yan. You know, that's always an option. We have been talking about that for a while. So maybe that does happen.
Wait, Kanki being the big bad of Yan?
Yeah.
You've never heard us talking about that before?
I've heard it, but to think if it would actually happen, you know, I think it's unlikely.
Why do you say that?
I don't know, I just feel like he's gonna die. I don't think Hara would take that route of having him retreat and then going through the process of going up against him and then killing him when I feel like he's being set up to die. And they keep talking about his weakness and shit. You know?
I mean, he might or might not die. The thing is, he's gonna lose. That could be he dies or he retreats, but I don't think it's like a process is in. It's like a pain in the ass thing. You're like, I gotta get through this. I think all of that is really interesting. You know, him going against Shin. He has like nice dynamics with Shin that you can play on. Yan not being super impressive. It makes sense to have someone of his caliber be a threat there. I just think there's a lot of interesting things you can do with Conky as an antagonist.
Not in a way as in like I don't want to go through the process. More like there's so many other characters that I feel like Hara should go into depth with too. And I feel like he's given us a good amount of shit on Kanki already. In terms of the character, I feel like.
Well, we haven't gotten that much for Conky, and Conky is a special character, you know? If
Definitely.
there's any character that you can show more of, it's him. And with Yan, we already talked about this. It's like, unless something happens, like if someone's a new gen and they rose up the ranks and now he's the best of Yan, it seems like they're kind of hard capped with Gekishin apparently being the best out of them. So we were trying to circumvent that in any way we can, whether it's Super Rozo or new gen showing up. We feel like probably Yan has to have like some beasts, or at least one guy that's better than Gekishin, and that could be Conky.
It could be, yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
I wouldn't be
Either
mad at
way
it
it
either.
go, like whether he dies as a Quinn general, or he leaves and like, you know what I'm saying, goes to Yan, I wouldn't be mad at it.
Just imagine how dope it would be for Shin to go up against Conky, and then Conky gets to play his mind games on the new gen, and you see like how they're still green in a way, not just strategically, but like maturity wise too, to where like they can let mental attacks get to them, and then Shin overcomes all that, outplays Conky with his instincts, and then you see Conky has nowhere to run, and Shin's like, all right, after all this shit we've been through, this is the end, boy.
I mean, look,
That would
yeah,
definitely
that
be
would
hella
be
epic.
like, I was about to say that would be the most fan, like, how would you say, like, fanfic way for Conky to die, like him going up against the new gen. But I don't know. I don't know if that's like. I don't know if that's how Conky's gonna go out. I feel like Conky's one of those niggas that like he's evil enough to get away.
True.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he's just like he could do. Like, I don't know. I feel like Conky might have an out to where like he pulls like a real Fui, like fakes a suicide and then just like dips. Like, guy, fuck it, I'm gonna start over in a new land type shit. Look, I had
That
fun.
would be hella funny.
I had fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like,
Obliterated by Riboku and just leaves? That'd be hella funny.
I mean, what else is there for him?
Yeah, I just think against the new gen, that would be the best thing to do with his character. I'm not saying him dying to Riboku wouldn't be great. I just think there's a lot of potential for Conky at Yan.
Nah,
yeah,
fuck that. Fuck that.
nah, it would be
Fuck
awesome.
that.
Fucking
I'd rather Shiba Show kill Conky than Riboku. Like, Riboku got Oki, he got fucking Renpa. I mean, not Renpa, fucking the Duke.
And you could show what Shiba Show got too.
Well, Conky and Riboku have too much history at this point. Too much build up between them.
That's
But
what
yeah,
I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, that is true.
we can end it at that. Nice little discussion. Went on longer than I thought it would. Went on for like an hour. But yeah,
oh, y'all were going way earlier before when I got here, huh?
yeah.
Wow.
Hey, might have another video lined up. I have some ideas. But yeah, we shall see.